Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the KCGN podcast. A big episode this week with the very recent Nintendo Direct. Yes. And I'm Jeff Wheaton. With me is my co-host, Daniel. How are you doing today, Daniel?
I'm doing pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
About a week and a half ago, the Royals won the World Series, and that's just fantastic. It's been a childhood dream of mine, and just we're proud of them, and haven't really done much other than that.
Well, I haven't been doing much other than Fallout 4. Gonna be 100% honest. Fallout 4. It's been mostly Fallout 4. I did get the PipBoy edition. I'm really excited about the whole game. They've made a lot of changes to the way gameplay works. I'm not going to spoil any story stuff, but I do want to talk a little bit about gameplay in Fallout 4 real quick. They changed the way that the whole skills and perks thing works. They took away the whole skills thing, because in previous Fallout games, in 3 and New Vegas, you had your special stats, but you also had special being strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. And then you also had a bunch of other stats like lockpicking or science or and so on. And so they've kind of combined those into the special stats now. And when you level up, you basically choose a perk. You choose to upgrade a perk. And so, like, lockpicking, for example, that's kind of been worked into the perks now. So under perception, I think, is like the lockpicking perk, and you upgrade that perk to be able to basically gain the ability to pick more advanced locks. So they made a lot of changes, and I feel like they work for the better to kind of simplify the gameplay, make it a lot more accessible. So that way you don't spend like 3 hours trying to determine if you want to put this one skill point into lockpicking or speech, So I feel like this does work a lot better than the previous system. Gunplay also feels a lot smoother this time around.
Yeah, Fallout 3 was clunky.
Fallout 3 felt like they took Oblivion and tried to force a gun system into it. This feels a lot better. Melee also feels a lot better. That you tap the left trigger, because I have it on PS4. You tap your left trigger to do a blocking animation instead of holding it down to block. When you press the left trigger, you do a block animation. If you're attacked during that animation, then the enemy gets staggered and you have an opening to attack, as opposed to Skyrim or Oblivion, where you would just hold down your block button to hold your shield up or whatever. This is it works a lot differently here, and again, I feel for the better. The systems work really well. And there's also all the crafting stuff, building your own settlements and building houses and whatnot. I will say settlements actually the gameplay in settlements does feel a lot like Fallout Shelter, because you're trying to manage your settlement's power, water, food supplies, and whatnot, and trying to keep all of the settlement's citizens happy. So it does feel a lot like Fallout Shelter in that regard. So I think it's really, really cool. It's not really. So yeah, Fallout Shelter was just a demo all along.
There you go. And you got the PipBoy edition.
Yes, so
which we have a unboxing video.
Yes.
If you go to the YouTube channel,
did an unboxing video of that. Unfortunately, my phone, the Galaxy S3, while it does fit and it is listed as an officially supported phone, the PipBoy app itself doesn't give me the screen option, or doesn't give me the option to change the display mode. And I know every other person seems to have this, nobody else I know of, except for one person who replied to a thread I made on the Bethesda support forums. Nobody seems to really be having this issue. So I'm talking with Bethesda support, and I'm hoping we can reach a conclusion eventually.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll be able to use the PipBoy before I finish the main game, which I am pretty sure is not going to happen for quite a while. So But we're not here today to really talk about Fallout 4. There was a big Nintendo Direct earlier today, and that was really exciting. I have this. We have a list of all the stuff. We kind of just go through everything that was mentioned there.
We were going to talk about a bunch of other topics, but
this kind of takes the priority.
But it's like we have so much content that it could be 2 podcasts. Or we could do one large one, but I feel like that wouldn't be a good idea because of upload limits
I think we're just gonna we want to run through this. We want to run through this whole list today, and we may end up actually doing an episode next week instead of skipping next week because we've been doing bi-weekly episodes. We may
that's why, because it depends on the content. If there's more content, we'll do weekly or whatever. So we're gonna talk about the Direct, and because we have so much.
Yes.
Well, I guess there really isn't any that much new content.
That's true. I just want to talk about all of the Direct stuff, though. So we're going to be discussing all that stuff today. I've got a list. We have a list. We're going to talk about all the stuff in this list, and I have it in order of stuff.
We're going to try to hit every single thing.
Yes.
We're not going to talk in depth about any things we don't.
Now there's some stuff that maybe either we don't find interesting or we just aren't too familiar with. Like me myself, I know nothing about Dragon Quest. And
I don't know anything.
So
I heard, but all I know is apparently that was in Japan for a while or something.
Yeah. So without further ado, let's kick it off with the big announcement at the start of the Direct. Twilight Princess HD with its Wolf Link amiibo coming out on March 4th in the bundle, and there's a soundtrack CD if you pre-order.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
and I just pre-ordered it through Best Buy, almost immediately because I follow like amiibo alerts.
Now I do find it interesting in the gameplay footage they showed, it didn't really look like it was any different from the GameCube version. And you did some searching here, and Tantalus, the developer behind the HD re-release. They have the kind of a dirty track record in the gaming world. Apparently, they were pretty well known for their Saturn ports back in the day, but their Sega Saturn ports rather.
The creators of Funky Barn.
Yes. So everyone, it turns out the barn was actually funky after all. So
they haven't really made any big hits. There's nothing like huge anything notable. That isn't like a shovelware game.
Yeah, I was gonna say Funky Barn is pretty notable for being some huge meme on the eShop, but that's about it.
When I'm looking at it, the trailer for the Twilight Princess HD. Initially, I'm like, okay, this is nice. A lot of people are going to be really excited. I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of Twilight Princess. I thought it was I'm gonna get killed for this. I thought it was the weakest 3D Zelda, console 3D Zelda game.
Right.
Even behind Skyward Sword. I had a lot of boring moments that just dragged on forever, and people love it. I still like the game, but I'm not the most excited for it. But I pre-ordered it because I want the CD and I want the amiibo, and I think that will be worth, and it's going to be rare, and I collect these. So it was more of, it's Zelda, I've got to buy it, and they got me by the balls with that. But
well, I think I don't really have too many thoughts on that. I never played Twilight Princess. I've still to this day never finished a Zelda game.
Get off my show.
Episode's over. Bye everyone. No, I got very close to finishing Wind Waker HD, but then I ended up moving. So with a Wii U, I had my save on. Ended up not having access to that, so I got a new Wii U, and I never really got back into it. So I need to get back into that at some point. But and then Ocarina of Time 3D, I kind of stopped playing. I guess I don't know. I don't remember why. I think I got stuck, embarrassingly enough.
Wow.
At around I think it was like Gerudo Valley, I think, is where I got stuck. But I don't remember. It was a while back.
Well, I always used to get stuck at the Water Temple.
Water Temple I actually didn't have much trouble with. I liked Water Temple.
I fucking hated that.
everyone throws it out as like the thing
because
you're
you
supposed to
keep
hate.
pressing the start button and switch to the iron
It
boots.
was like it was a puzzle.
It was terrible. I hated it. I hate any.
You don't have to press the start button to switch iron boots. You just map it to one of the inventory buttons.
Let's talk about the N64 days here.
Yeah, you could just map it to like one of the C buttons.
You can't.
Yeah, you can.
Not in the old one.
Oh, you couldn't?
No.
Oh.
So that's part of why we hated it.
Okay, that makes sense. Then.
And I hated it anyway because I didn't like water level crap. I hate anything with water. I hate it. Unless I'm on top of the water.
Get off of my planet.
I hate Water Temple is the most infamous.
Meanwhile,
thing ever.
What were you saying? Wind Waker's the best one.
No. I said on top of water on a boat. I like that.
Oh, okay.
I don't like being underwater.
That's reasonable.
I hate underwater crap so much.
In addition, they showed a very slight snippet of Zelda on Wii U, which is still coming out next year. So look forward to that.
Oh yeah, that looked that game. I am very, very excited. That game
absolutely
is going to be fantastic. I think.
Yeah, looking very forward to that.
The horse animation. Would you say that was like some of the best horse?
I feel like what they're doing with the horse
seen.
itself in that game, I think is really innovative.
Like better than Metal Gear Solid 5, would you say? Because I think the horse moves.
I can dress the Metal Gear Solid 5 horse up.
But I mean, like in terms, like
a variety of exciting costumes.
It feels even more realistic of horseback riding than.
I feel like what they're doing with the horse and its AI and how it operates somewhat independently of your input,
which is like a real horse.
I think that's really interesting, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how that feels. If it actually does feel better.
Yeah, it takes user control out, but it's. You think a horse is gonna run into a freaking tree?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's an interesting way of approaching riding a horse.
And the animations look fantastic with it too. It's just
so. And the shading, the visual lighting shading style, I think is really interesting too. It kind of reminds me of Super Mario Sunshine, actually.
I don't get that vibe because Sunshine wasn't really.
It wasn't really cell shaded, but it had some cell shading stuff.
Shell shading.
There we go. But it did have some cell shading.
It had very light, it was weird. It was weird.
I like it, though.
And that was rumored they were going to do HD Sunshine.
There was a rumor they were going to do HD Sunshine and F-Zero X on the 3DS, neither of which of those were actually announced today, unfortunately. But
yeah, but getting back to the Twilight Princess, I want another thought of the whole, looking at it, my thoughts. It's it just looks like a 1080p version of the GameCube version. Mm-hmm. It didn't look like the textures were really made better, like upscale, but higher resolution, redone or anything.
Yeah.
Because you see a lot of other not remakes, but HD releases, they'll at least enhance the textures.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't really tell. I'd have to go back, but it didn't seem like they were really up-resed to me.
Yeah, it seemed, I don't know, that was a little weird to look at.
Because you look at
when they started showing actual gameplay, I feel like it looked a lot better. The lighting looked really nice, but again,
I thought it looked the same.
Since I've never played Twilight Princess, I don't actually know if that's the case.
I've played Twilight Princess in HD on an emulator, and it pretty much looks like that. So, and I've seen better fan mods than what I just saw. They actually put in better textures, put in specular mapping, normal mapping.
Well, you have to consider we are dealing with Tantalus here, and they are the developers.
Well, yeah, that's the problem.
That's what. Well, I just I find that weird though, because this just seems so out of character from. But it just seems like such a weird move, you know?
Yeah,
who did Wind Waker HD? Do you know off the top of your head?
I think they did it. I don't know.
I'll look it up, but continue. Well, what else did you notice about? I'm gonna look it up real quick. But what else did you notice in the Twilight Princess. They said they changed. There's a thing with the amiibo; they can transfer save data over. What did you think about that?
Wait, I don't remember hearing that.
So what they were saying was that with the Zelda amiibo figures, including the Wolf Link one, there's save data. There's data that can be put onto those amiibo, stored on them, and then you tap the amiibo to your system when you're playing Zelda on Wii U, the new one that's coming out, and there's like some cross-game save thing that you can get a bonus for or something.
Huh.
They didn't really go into too much detail. No, I just looked it up. It looks like Nintendo did develop Wind Waker HD.
Yeah, the EAD group. So I have no hope for the new one.
This is really weird. I'm a little confused, but
I mean, I'm sure the port will be fine, but should that be $50? Yeah, I don't think so. Like Wind Waker was stretching it for 50 to me, even with the enhancements. It was still stretching it. I thought that'd be more of like a $30 title.
Yeah.
But this should be like $20 tops to me, because you can go buy the Wii version for what, $20? The select version.
Yeah. This seems like a really weird choice, and I'm not sure that it's the right choice, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't think it's the right choice from what I've seen so far. They say they're going to have more details. We'll find out.
That's true, yeah.
I just want the damn CD and the damn amiibo.
Yep,
and
yep.
The collector's, and it's a collector's item. That's all. I don't care about the game itself. I don't think it's aged that well graphically either. See, that's the thing. Wind Waker's aged well graphically because of how the style is. Wind Waker or Twilight Princess went for a realistic style, and I mean it's not totally realistic, but it was a more realistic style, and realistic styles do not hold up that well.
That's right, yeah. So we need to move on. After that they talked about Triforce Heroes getting some DLC. Triforce Heroes looks like a really fun game, and I really, really want to try it. I don't know anyone else who has it, but it does look like a lot of fun.
I've heard mixed things on it.
It looks like a classic, like Zelda dungeon crawler, with this whole like stacking mechanic. It looks like a lot of fun, and the various outfits and whatnot.
Basically, I've heard some people liked it. Some people thought it was wasted potential, or it didn't. It wasn't anything groundbreaking or that fun, and it was like too short.
It does look like a lot of fun. Now I do tend to be on the positive side here, because I noticed that during the Direct, the developer of that game was actually Gree, and they made all of the Street Pass Me Plaza games on the 3DS, which I love all of those, by the way. I just want to throw that out. I love all of those Me Plaza games. So I feel like... All right, sorry about that. My headset cut out.
Hang on, I gotta put that down because...
Yeah, go ahead and write it down.
Your headset's also still doing the sound shit.
Oh my god.
It's driving me nuts. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Has it been doing that this whole time?
It kinda... It's not perfectly good like it was in the past. I don't know what the hell. It's really fucking annoying. I'm trying to find the timestamp on this. I don't know why it's doing that. That's really annoying. Might be the... No, because your thing's disconnecting, so...
Yeah, I don't know. Well, let me know when you're ready.
Okay. We started at 1:45. So about... Well, whatever. I'll just put the 2:08 on here.
All right, I'm going to start back up.
All right.
So yeah, Gree, I feel, is a really good developer. I like their Street Pass Me Plaza stuff. So I might pick up Triforce Heroes sometime. But Pokemon, then there's like some Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, I think, with all 270 Pokemon, which
I think
guess
the Direct was like half Pokemon.
there's a lot of Pokemon stuff.
I'm like, okay, they milked this more than Mario.
Well, Pokemon's really, really popular.
But I mean, if there's a franchise that's milked, it's freaking Pokemon.
Well, all 270 Pokemon in Super Mystery Dungeon, which is an impressive number, I guess. But Splatoon DLC was announced after that, which I wanted to mention. One of the maps they showed is DLC. Appears to be like an art gallery of sorts, and it's just covered in Miiverse drawings, which I think is really clever. So moving on.
I know your art belongs in there.
Oh yeah, my art totally belongs in there. It doesn't at all. Okay. So the next thing they talked about was the Mario Maker online search function. I feel like this is a great thing to have, especially since they're doing a mobile version of the website. But basically, what it'll allow you to do, it's going to be a website that you can go to and search for Mario Maker levels. But what really struck me as odd is that they said that the online search function, like through a web browser, is going to be better. And I quote this exactly. They said it would be better than the one in game, which I think is a really weird thing to point out. When you can update the game to have that advanced search functionality. That just seems like a really weird way of going about improving the search functionality, especially when you have to do a game update to get that online search functionality in there anyways.
What the hell?
Huh?
What the hell?
Yeah. So, because there's going to be a new online, because you can basically queue up levels from the website, and they'll show up in a new online queue tab. So, I don't know. That's some questionable stuff. But then,
it's just whatever, because it's just, it's I don't care either way, but it's just a nice thing to have. So,
oh yeah.
There's nothing bad.
Now, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, there is more of that shown. I'm just so confused. I assume it's a $60 game.
Oh my god.
Have they actually announced a price for it yet?
I don't know. It's going to be that, I guarantee it.
It's just the thing is that it's so confusing because it looks like you have to purchase Amiibos separately in order to play it.
Like, that should be free to play, or free to start, and then you buy the Amiibo.
Yeah, it's just so puzzling. And, like the Island Escape mode that they showed off, that looks like a lot of fun, actually, and I would love to play that. But it's just the level of financial investment that you have to have in order to play that. It just seems so confusing. Like,
there's this whole problem with the Amiibo to me. Like, they're in everything, and it's like stuff that you really don't need, shouldn't need an Amiibo for.
Yeah, and I mean, this just seems like a really weird way of going about implementing that.
Like, they started off solid with Smash.
I think it's Smash. I want to play the Island Escape mode, but you can only play that if you have a specific Amiibo card, and those are only sold in blind 10 packs or something. So there's no guarantee that I'll ever be able to play that mode.
I mean, it's all for cash.
It is. I'm just saying it's bad design, and again, it seems really weird for Nintendo because they're
money grabbing, really.
I guess it just seems really.
It's basically
like I said, out of character.
It's basically physical DLC that's across all platforms.
I guess, but here you have to purchase that.
Well,
DLC
here you have to.
Presumably, again, we don't know much about this game. They haven't really gone into.
Or the cards, at least.
Yeah, they haven't. I mean, like they haven't. Well, it seems like you have for the main game. You have to purchase the Amiibo figures in order to play as those characters. With them. It comes with 2 of them. But I think
I ain't buying it. But
the thing is, there's one of those 2 that only comes with the first wave. So after the first wave, it'll only come with 1. It's just so weird. There's so many weird design flaws and oversights there, especially when you consider that the Amiibos are still, some of the Amiibos are still hard to find. But oh man, this is so weird.
They struck gold when they did Amiibos.
That's true.
They struck gold.
That's true.
Isn't it sold more than all the other ones? All the other like
the other NFC figures and whatnot.
I thought I heard something. It was making more money than all.
Maybe I haven't heard that, but.
Which I doubt because those are more widespread across different platforms. I don't know. Maybe it's just I don't know.
We also have there was some new information on Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, which the more of that I see, the more excited I am about it because they announced a lot. There was like a lot of new gameplay stuff shown. It just looks like they're adding so much depth to the Mario Tennis gameplay formula, and the whole amiibo thing I think is really cool too. Like you can play online in doubles mode, and you can have your amiibo be your teammate.
Oh yeah.
Online. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I think that's an okay use of the amiibo.
There's some really cool because they train themselves kind of like in Smash.
Here's the thing. Here's the problem though. You can only hold one save data.
That's true. That's
and
true.
I'm like, you're gonna have all these games. All these games use the same amiibos, and it's like, I'm gonna have to buy another one to just do that. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
That's
like I gotta have two Luigis, one for Smash,
excuse me,
one for tennis. It's like this amiibo thing.
It kind of occurs to me now. That could be why they introduced the Super Mario line, because you have your Smash Brothers.
Well, yeah, but it's like
amiibo, then you have
that's
your Super
still
Mario
it's still
amiibo.
so silly though.
Yeah, it is. Well, I guess you could kind of like compare it to maybe buying a very small GameCube memory card. Like the 59 block one.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know what they were like. Here's the biggest problem with Amiibo. Why in the world can it only hold only one game? Like that shouldn't cost hardly any more money to make it a little bit bigger space-wise. I don't know what's the number on there. How many kilobytes? Probably like a kilobyte.
Don't know. It's like it's flash memory, so it's like
I don't really think it's going to cost you hardly anything to make that bigger.
Yeah, hard to say. I don't know the specifics about Amiibo.
I think they did it on purpose so you'd buy more. I think
maybe
they did it on purpose because
that would make sense.
They're still a business. They're still a business.
Yeah.
They're not.
So moving on.
Perfect.
Moving on. Xenoblade Chronicles X, like Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. The more I see of this, the more I want to play it. I'm not really too into JRPGs, but this looks like a lot of fun, and I kind of want to check it out. I've never played Xenoblade actually, and I know you have it.
I've played it for a few hours. Just haven't played it. I just haven't had as much motivation to plop it in on the Wii, and I haven't got absorbed into it because I'm not the biggest JRPG fan, but I'll play it at some point before that game comes out. So the new one looks really good though.
Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles X looks really cool,
especially graphically.
Yeah, I want to check that out. And one thing I did find interesting about it though was they had these if you're buying the physical version, they have these 4 downloadable packs that you can download, and apparently they're to help with loading.
Oh, you
times.
can download downloadable packs.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah,
But that was interesting. You download them to help improve loading times, I think. So that makes me a little worried. What's the loading time? What are the loading times that's going to be without any of those installed?
Well, it's kind of like how PS4 games you have to install because it take forever to load. So, and another oversight of the Wii U, lack of space.
Well,
and this
installs stuff too, but yeah, lack of space.
That's
in the
the
Wii
thing.
U, 32
That's why
gigs,
they have these.
But
it's kind of creative that you can select 4 different packs.
Yeah,
I think
that is interesting.
Other kinds of games have done that on other consoles, maybe. But I haven't really seen. This is like the first game that's had optional download installed to install your hard drive.
Now, of course, if you're getting the downloadable version of this game, then you don't have to worry about any of that because it's all included with the downloadable version of the game, anyways. So, but I got it. Yeah, I have a hard drive. I have a 2 terabyte hard drive plugged into my Wii U.
I think that's a little overkill.
Well, hey, who's the one worrying about space in their Wii U? Neither of us. Anyways.
Yeah, but well, I got 1 terabyte. I think that's overkill because I like the physical. If I'm buying Nintendo, I'm buying the physical. I'm not buying the digital. So I kind of almost feel like it's a waste for 2 games on there, but I don't know.
Now, The next thing I talked about was a 3DS eShop game, a free-to-start game that apparently came out a few weeks ago, and I never heard of it.
I've heard stuff about it the other day, and I'm like shaking my head at it because it's like every mobile game ever.
Well, it's called Badge Arcade, and it's
that looks like it'd be crack to me because I love claw machines.
Oh yeah. So like you have these claw
machines,
and you're basically trying to knock as many pieces off of a platform by picking one of them up with the claw. And so when you knock the pieces off of the platform, you earn things that you can use to decorate your 3DS home screen. So they actually allow you to customize your 3DS.
Yeah. And you get like free ones every day, like 5 free.
Yeah, like you earn. You can. They even said there's like the possibility of getting free themes from it. So I'm gonna have to definitely check this out. I'm really wanting to check it out.
It looks sounds interesting. Like it's stupid, but it's
stupid in a good way.
Like this is something I can see myself sitting there like just trying to get shit because. I love claw machines, and they're making this like it's like I gotta just one more try.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm gonna spend money on it right now because I don't got money.
Right.
But I could see people wasting so much money on that.
Oh yeah. Now,
but at least it's free to start.
Really interesting. Yeah.
I like the free to start. Nintendo doesn't say that free to play.
Yeah, that's true. They are very honest. But speaking of,
there was like in that claw machine game. There's they're very self aware of the whole. Why do I have to pay more for this? And the rabbit in there goes to like this long. Dialogue of like why like money is good for a company to so we can invest in all this other stuff, and he goes like giving like explanations and all that, and, like demonstrations of why.
That's great.
Why you should pay for something and not get everything for free. So it's like only Nintendo would do that.
Right. Now, they went on to talk about Pokemon Picross, which is also free to start. I don't know if it's out yet. I can't remember. Or maybe it's.
I think it is. I think it's on my
Oh well.
Or am I thinking of Troze or something?
Troze, I think already came out, but yeah.
How many of these damn Pokemon?
Yeah. A lot of Pokemon spin-off games announced today. But Pokemon Picross, if you're into Picross. I've never played Picross, but I've heard really good things about it.
It was started on Game Boy, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Mario's Picross. But they wanted to talk about some indie games. SteamWorld Heist, which looks pretty cool, kind of a strategic.
As Jeff used to call Payday, the Heist.
Got it ingrained into Daniel.
You got it ingrained in my head, so I think of it
until the end of time.
And I engraved Heist in your head, and then oh god.
Oh, it's so great. But yeah, SteamWorld Heist looks really interesting. You breach these starships, and they have this whole like strategic aiming system where you're like aiming to fire bullets and ricochet them off of walls and stuff. It looks like a lot of fun.
It actually looked pretty interesting.
Definitely have to try that out. And then Fast Racing Neo on Wii U looks really cool too.
It's not F-Zero though. Not F-Zero.
It's not F-Zero. Apparently they actually were talking to Nintendo, trying to get them to let them do an F-Zero game, but I think they got turned down.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust them because I know they can make good stuff. But they would need to have a bigger team than that to make F-Zero. So Nintendo
I still feel like Platinum Games would be a great choice for F-Zero because they make so many great fast-paced games.
You think Platinum Games would be great for everything?
Well, the thing is, they're really good with fast.
I'm just worried they're gonna put fighting.
Not all their games are fighting or like melee combat things. Like they did Vanquish, which was like a third-person.
Well,
shooter.
I'm just worried it'd be too ridiculous for F-Zero.
Honestly,
all their shit is ridiculous as shit.
All the F-Zero characters are already comic book characters.
What I mean, like, just even too over the top for F-Zero, because
that's what they're the best at, though.
Because it still needs to be F-Zero at the end of the day. It still needs to be a racer. And some people want to have like the option to like have like guns on their cars or some shit. Or
I don't think they'd do that. I don't think they'd do that.
Because I remember, I think you and
I had this idea where I had this idea where like if you did like a new F-Zero game, you could have all 30 cars or characters, whatever, have a unique like sideswipe attack and a unique spin attack. To kind of make things a little more unique, but balancing 30 characters for that. Well, I don't know. Smash Brothers has much more complex move lists, and has what 50 more than.
Because I know someone else was like having it like more like they can transform into mechs or some shit.
I don't know what they were thinking of, but it was not F-Zero.
Have like more of a battle system in the game, and I'm like, that's not F-Zero.
Yeah.
There's minimal fighting, minimal like you can knock cars over, knock them off, but that should be the extent of that.
Fast Racing Neo, kind of going back on topic. Oh gosh, sorry. I played the original Fast Racing game. I don't remember. Was that what the original was called? It was a WiiWare game.
I think it was just called Fast.
Yeah, and it was not great. I didn't like it that much. It was very slow. And
it was a WiiWare game, though.
And it was very, very dependent on, I think, if I recall correctly, it was like you're trying to match the color of the zones you're racing through. Is weird. But probably gonna pick up Fast Racing Neo. It looks promising. It looks great visually.
I assume it's gonna be like $15 or something. So.
Probably, yeah. Now, Typo Man is the third indie game they showed, and that looks like it has a lot of promise. It's a side-scrolling platformer, and you basically have all these words that are laying around, and you walk up to the words, and you can basically use the gamepad screen to rearrange the letters or add a letter or remove a letter, I think, to basically change what that word is, and that'll actually affect either the thing that word is attached to or something else in the environment. So, like, I think there was like one instance where there's like a cloud and it said rain on it. So the player goes up to it and they change rain to drain, and then the rain all drains out of the cloud, making the cloud a platform they can then jump onto without taking damage from like the thunderstorm that was going on previously. So some really interesting stuff there. I'm wanting to try that sometime because it looks like it has a lot of potential for some really cool puzzles. So,
I don't think I remember that.
Yeah, they kind of breeze through those indie game.
Yeah, I remember the other ones. I mean, Fast Neo looks pretty good. So.
Then Bill Trinan.
Bill.
He walked into the very important meeting before everyone else and ate all the donuts.
He ate all the donuts.
Like Yokai from Yokai Watch, but they said to stay tuned.
I'm glad to see the humor is still there.
Yeah, they said to stay tuned for more updates on Bill's important meeting there. So, moving on. A new Wii U bundle for a new Wii U and new 3DS bundles for Black Friday. The new Wii U bundle is going to come with Smash Wii U and Splatoon pre-installed, which is pretty cool.
But here's the thing, though: all your hard drives already gone.
That's true.
Your whole 32 gigs are pretty much gone.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is strange that they wouldn't expand it for that.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
Like, at least 64 gigs. Like,
and then the other bundle was a 3DS XL, not new 3DS XL, but just a regular 3DS XL with Super Mario 3D or 3D Land. I thought that bundle already existed. Maybe it didn't. But I guess that is another bundle. Those are both going to be coming out on Black Friday, so that'll be interesting to see.
Thing is, I don't know. Is that going to be like $300?
Sorry. I don't actually know if they announced a price or not.
Because PS4 and Xbone are going to be $300 as well. So
yeah.
They're competing with that. I don't know what
if they announced a price or not.
Because I know they're selling the other bundles for like $280, which is still like, you should cut it down to $250 and try to, because if I am a consumer that doesn't have anything, am I going to pay for the Wii U for $280, or am I going to pay for a PS4 or Xbox One, which is going to have a lot more support?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're going to get Fallout and all that.
Yeah.
I know the Wii U, the Wii U is a solid console. It's got great exclusives, but it doesn't have third-party games at all.
Yeah.
So it's like, and your console is struggling the most.
Yeah.
By far. So that's a questionable decision. So
I feel like, yeah. We'll see probably in the near future. But moving on. Star Fox Zero had a new trailer. Explosions everywhere, being Platinum Games, of course. So they showed a lot of the transforming stuff today with the new gameplay videos they showed. I'm really excited for Star Fox Zero. It looks like a lot of fun. There's been a lot of what looks to me to be graphical improvements since the last time.
Yeah, it did look more polished, because a lot of people, even myself, I said it didn't look polished. It looked kind of bland.
Yeah.
And some people were complaining at the graphics, but they look better, a little bit better. There's still, the snow level looked really iffy graphically.
Well, again, consider this is still in pretty early development. It's actually not coming out until April 22nd of next year.
Yeah, but it's going to go gold here in a few months, but it still hopefully will improve.
Platinum Games, they make games fast and also very good. I think Metal Gear Rising was made in 6 months. So
a lot of overtime.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. I don't know if... I bet the working there is intense, too.
Right now, they are working on, if I recall correctly, I believe they are currently working on Nier, whatever it is, N-I-E-R. It's a sequel to some PS2 game, I think, by Square Enix. They're working on that. They're working on Star Fox, of course. What else? They had a lot of things in development. But yeah, it was Transformers Devastation was their other big thing they had in development.
God, so they're crazy.
I think they might be insane.
Like, everyone that works there is fucking insane.
I won't argue with that. I think they are all completely bonkers.
You'd have to be if you cranking out all that crap in a small amount of time. Like, how do you do that?
Considering the absurdity of almost all their stuff, Transformers Devastation, I did pick up, and it ends with, like, of course the final boss is Megatron. Spoiler alert. And
whoa.
And you're fighting Megatron, in space, of course, because it's Platinum Games. And it's like a one-on-one fight for the fate of Cybertron or whatever, and the whole time during this fight, like, he's giving you this whole monologue of, like, his whole plan and everything, and you like him and Optimus Prime, like, having this huge, like, argument. It's so amazing. It's like what you would expect from, like, this huge cinematic final fight in, like, a Transformers cartoon. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Moving on.
Well, Star Fox, I don't know what to say about it yet until I play it. So it looks.
The transforming
fine.
stuff looks like a lot of fun.
I still don't know what I feel about transforming yet, but
I can say with confidence it did work really well in Star Fox 2. Which I kind of want to stream sometime. Star Fox 2 is really interesting.
Yeah. That was, I think I downloaded that once, but I don't think I don't remember.
So, moving on, we have Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. I haven't really been following this too closely. I never played... No. I never finished any of the Mario and Luigi games, but I think it's really cool how they're kind of bringing Paper Mario back in this way. because it's the same developer for the Paper Mario games and the Mario and Luigi games, Intelligent Systems, I believe. And Sticker Star, not a very good game, but
you do not like that game.
I don't like that at all. It was bad. But
Sticker Star.
Apparently, and I don't know what the source of this was. I never really looked into it too far, but apparently, Intelligent Systems was told to make Sticker Star not that great to try and boost the sales of the next game. That doesn't really make sense.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, but yeah, I feel it looks pretty good so far. You know, I'm a little wary of the Mario, Luigi, and Paper Mario games now because of Sticker Star, but definitely
I haven't followed. I played the first Mario and Luigi game. Didn't beat it, but I played quite a bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
Thought it was pretty decent. I wasn't super obsessed with it, and I haven't played anything after that because I just didn't have interest in it. Because once again, I'm not a very big fan of turn-based RPGs at all.
It had a lot of cool elements.
Well, I know there was
real-time stuff.
I know there was real-time stuff, but it was still turn-based.
It's interesting. It's an interesting way of going about.
But I mean, it's still just turn-based. I just I get disappointed every time. Because I remember like that Lord of the Rings: The Third Age game.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that by like I thought it was gonna be like the movie games, like there's gonna be like real time action. I'm like, oh my god, and then I play it and it's like turn based, and I'm like disappointed. It was still pretty decent. I mean, but I'm a real time guy.
I remember feeling that way about a lot of games when I was younger too.
Well, I felt that way initially about KOTOR, but it was like real time turn based, and I liked that a lot better.
No, I
ended up liking that game, like real time turn based, rather than the traditional turn based.
Yeah, I remember because like almost all my games were like point and click adventure type things, like Reader Rabbit Second Grade and
we all played those.
Yeah, that was all my games at the time. And then I played Toy Story, the Toy Story game. And that was like the turning point for me. Like it was all Roller Coaster Tycoon, Reader Rabbit up until then. Well, I guess there was also Descent, but Toy Story was the big turning point for me.
Toy Story. That was a platformer.
A good platformer too.
Those graphics.
They used the Donkey Kong Country method actually with that.
I thought they were 3D as a kid. I was impressed.
Because with Donkey Kong Country, you know, they had the 3D renders of characters, and they animated them and then exported them out as animated sprites. Whereas with Toy Story, they decided to do the same thing with everything, and because it was a licensed movie game and they were working with Disney, they just got the actual models from the movie.
I remember the backgrounds looking like they were 3D.
I think some of the backgrounds did have 3D floors, but
like it would move by and you could see perspective.
There was parallax on it. Yeah, the floors were definitely 3D, or they used like a Mode 7 type scaling method. But anyways,
I mean the Genesis could do it, so I don't know if it was Mode 7 or not.
So. Moving on.
We could talk about that all day.
But... Yeah, we have there was some Final
Fantasy. We're almost at an hour already. Yeah. We're halfway through this list.
So, Final Fantasy Explorers. I have no idea what this is. It looked kind of like Monster Hunter, kind of like an MMO Monster Hunter thing. I don't know. I have no idea what this is. Did you really catch much of that, or?
I don't play Final Fantasy, so I don't know. It looked. It
looked really nice for a 3DS game. The online connectivity stuff looked pretty cool, I guess. So there's that.
I mean, I'm sure people are going to gobble it up.
There was a really neat looking collector's edition thing for that, so I guess that's a thing. Fire Emblem Fates.
Yeah, that's a lot of...
The next big thing they talked about was Fire Emblem Fates. They're doing 2 releases, it turns out, for that. It's kind of like Pokemon, because I guess they want you to have...
cash.
You have two different perspectives.
Buy two, you get the third. You get Conquest if you buy both.
I think it was Birthright and Conquest are the two ones that you can buy, and you buy one, you get the other at a discounted price, and then later on they're going to have Revelations, which is a third game which answers all the questions about the story. So apparently, from what I understand, the Birthright and Conquest basically tell two different sides of the same story, which I find to be very interesting.
That is, that I don't think I've heard of that in any game.
On top of that, it looks like they've really gone out of their way to really emphasize on the tactical gameplay of Fire Emblem in general. I think they showed somebody cast a fire spell on a river on the map, and it basically evaporated the entire river.
My question is, could this have been one game?
That remains to be seen.
I feel like it, once again, money.
Yeah, because it could be that Birthright, let's say, is one huge game with a lot of stuff, but then maybe Conquest is the same exact game with just a few differences. That's what I'm worried about.
You mean Revelations?
And then Revelations would be the third one.
No. Oh, yeah.
Birthright and Conquest are the two ones that you buy. So there is, however, going to be a $80 collector's edition that has all three included. So,
which is still paying for two games.
Two games, you get three technically, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how that turns out.
Because with Pokemon, that was definitely a freaking cash.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, it was. Most people didn't buy both, though. Well,
yeah.
This gives you more of a reason to buy both.
Yeah, because with Pokemon games, I think it's like one Pokemon difference. I think, right? But they were all compatible.
We're gonna get destroyed for this, for being ignorant about it. But I think there's a few differences. There's not much of a difference though in the overall game.
It's like the starter Pokemon might be different in them.
No, the starter Pokemon are the same.
Okay, I think there's like some Pokemon that are exclusive to certain versions or something.
Because remember the old ones, like Pokemon Blue would be like all blue, and then the red would be red, and Yellow had Pikachu follow you, and there'd be like a few. I don't know if there was much a difference in anything with those. And the new ones, I don't know.
Yeah, we
can ask one of our friends that know all about it.
Didn't get into Pokemon when I was younger, so
you deserve to die.
Tie me up on the cross, and that's.
I at least played Pokemon Blue back in the day, and Pokemon Stadium and all that. So I know the original Pokemon. That's about it.
Mm-hmm. Now, Mega Man Collection coming to 3DS. I think that was announced a while ago. Apparently, some exclusive 3DS levels that you can unlock with the Mega Man amiibo, and they are releasing a gold Mega Man.
Oh my god, I want it.
Yeah, so
I just want the gold.
Looked pretty cool.
Because you know how rare that's gonna be.
Oh yeah.
God, it's just I don't know when that stuff's gonna go on sale. Like this stuff is so random. I don't know.
Yeah.
Stuff just goes up one night. It's gone. It's gone immediately. That will be gone immediately.
Now, it does look pretty fun. Mega Man Collection. Those bonus levels, like the remix levels, look pretty neat. There's a lot of cool level design stuff, which I guess is what Mega Man's kind of always been about. So, I'll probably check it out. I don't know. It looks
out.
Yeah.
Out.
So, next thing I got on the list, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. We were just talking about that actually. Coming out on the 3DS.
Yeah. The interesting thing about this is the link system, which is going to be emulated.
So, with other Game Boy games on the 3DS, available through Virtual Console. You can't use the link cable functionality because Virtual Console doesn't support it, and because you can't plug a link cable into your 3DS.
No, it would have been crazy if they would have made like an official adapter for you to use that.
Amazing, but
I don't know how they would even.
No, they have they are basically built in the link cable functionality to the Virtual Console emulator for Pokemon. Yellow, Red, and Blue. So I think that's really cool. I'm probably gonna pick it up because I never played them when I was younger, and I think I feel like a lot of my friends are probably also going to get it.
Yeah, we know some people.
Just to play it on their 3DS, have it on to go again.
But it's a very simplistic kind of turn-based, so that's part of why I just didn't play anything after that. I mean, the Pokemon are all cool, but I'm sure I heard the story and some.
But the whole having link cable multiplayer, I think that's really cool. So I'm probably gonna get that.
And I was wondering about transferring to newer games, but I don't
talk about that.
Like transfer to your.
You can't trade. You can trade.
Well, yeah, obviously.
So if they release the newer games, because I assume you did that through link cable, between two systems, I'm assuming that if they release the newer games on the Virtual Console as well, then they would probably still have that link cable functionality and be able to transfer them. So, yeah, my assumption, of course, not confirmed or anything. Pokken Tournament then had a trailer. It's coming out in the U.S. in 2016, so I'm probably going to check that out as well because I kind of like fighting games, and I've heard that this is basically like it's from the Tekken team, but it's a much more accessible fighting game than Tekken.
God, I see. For those complex fighting games, I'd love to learn I'd love to know how to play them, but I just too lazy. I don't have time to sit there and learn everything.
Yeah, I've heard that like literally any fighting game is a great place to learn how to play fighting games is like compared to Tekken. Like Tekken is like the
Tekken
most convoluted.
You've got each hand is to a different button, in leg.
So like you have,
God,
like you have your left. You have a button for left arm and right arm, and then left leg and right leg. And
I'm a casual when it comes, quote casual, when it comes to fighters. Like I will only play Smash.
I mean, yeah, you can play as a kangaroo and you can fight like a raptor in this game, but I can't understand what in the hell is going on in this, so I'm just gonna go back to Smash.
That's with all like fighting games. What the hell's going on?
Smash is my happy hole.
Like Smash, it's simple yet complex.
Super Smash Brothers is my happy corner.
Because anyone can learn how to play that. Anyone.
Oh yeah.
And Tekken, oh god, man. Street Fighter, I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't want to do it either. It's so difficult.
But it is nice to see that it is confirmed for release on the Wii U next year. So really looking forward to that. Moving on, we have let's see what was next on the list. Oh yeah, Hyrule Warriors Legends on the 3DS had
more information on that.
So they announced a new character for the game that's going to be exclusive to the 3DS version. It was Linkle.
I can confirm from a source there's already Rule 34 within like a few hours. So
that's good to know. So anyways, Linkle Linkle was there was a kind of interesting thing. She is actually in the art book for the original Hyrule Warriors. It was just a character that they were going to put in the game, but they didn't have time.
Original character, yeah.
So
your OC.
Yeah.
So
I find it interesting that they're kind of like taking all these characters they didn't have time to implement and implementing them into the new release. I think that's pretty cool.
I played Hyrule Warriors.
I liked it.
I just couldn't. I didn't care for it too much partially because the frame rate was horrible.
Oh yeah.
And if the frame rate's bad, I just don't want to play it.
And there's the limited multiplayer options as well.
Yeah, multiplayer was even worse. It was terrible. With the frame rate, I couldn't see also because it was 720p.
Yeah.
It's not like it's 1080p where I can actually see. I couldn't. It's just not. It's a good concept, but I just can't get into it.
Yeah.
That much.
I mean, I feel like the frame rate didn't really bother me. You tend to get bothered by frame rates a lot more easier than me though. So.
Oh yeah, I'm a frame rate elitist.
59 frames per second. I only play my games at 60. Thank you very much.
Because Mario Kart 8 was like 59.9 frames a second. Like in every 59th frame was like like they take a frame out, it wouldn't like show a frame.
I'm gonna be honest, I never noticed that ever.
And apparently it is noticeable. Like every once in a while, the game will like a very, very, very slight stutter. Very not like stutter, but like you if you really, really look, you can notice. Apparently, I haven't noticed, so it doesn't bother me. I don't care that every 59th frame it doesn't.
You were freaking out about it when that game came out. You were really, really upset.
I don't remember it being. I don't remember being.
You
upset.
were freaking out about it.
I was freaking out about it being 720p.
We all give you shit about it anyways.
I was freaking out, but it wasn't 1080p. That's why I was freaking out.
Well, either way, moving on. We have there's a couple of RPGs I talked about briefly. Just kind of mention them. Bravely Second End Layer, the sequel to Bravely Second,
sequel to
Bravely Default, rather. My bad. It's coming out in spring 2016 for 3DS.
In the layer, is like the layer of Shrek.
Yeah, so you're basically peeling away the layers of Shrek to get to the last one.
Oh God, I don't want to play that game.
It's a really scary game. Would have been great for Spookfest, but
get over it.
Dragon Quest VII also coming in summer 2016. I know jack shit about Dragon Quest. Gonna just throw that out there. So
yeah, Dragon Quest 7 and 8.
Not qualified to talk about Dragon Quest.
I think those were in Japan already, and people were bitching and moaning to bring it over.
Yeah.
So they did.
Hooray!
I applaud that. So
yeah.
There you go.
So a lot of upcoming games were announced after that. We got some indie game called Hive Jump. I know absolutely nothing about it.
I don't remember what that was.
It appeared to be a 4-player action game, competitive 4-player game. It looks like a fun party game. I don't know, a lot of jetpack type stuff with guns.
I don't think I remember
side scrolling. Yeah, it was one that kind of slipped out of my memory too until I watched.
I remember Kerbal. I think I might have been the one I looked away for a second.
The one that was after that was Kerbal Space Program. That, even though I knew about it, it kind of caught me off guard. Honestly, that's kind of surprising considering how easy.
I mean, I'd still get it on PC because I assume there's is there mods for that?
Yeah.
See, that's why I'd get it on PC.
I don't think any of the mods are actually officially supported though.
Well,
because it's all done through hacking Unity or something. I don't know.
Because I don't know if it's a game I'd get on Wii U. Maybe I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's just as nice for people that only have a Wii U. So.
Oh yeah. And there's some interesting Wii U exclusive features like tilt controls with the gamepad, and the gamepad shows a cockpit view at all times. So there's some neat stuff. After that, they showed some Mighty No. 9 stuff. Honestly, I had forgotten that Mighty No. 9 existed, and apparently so did a lot of it.
That's the Mega Man thing, right?
Yeah.
Developer.
Apparently, a lot of people forgot about it. So I guess the controversy is that
I saw someone streaming on Twitch an early thing of it.
Really interesting. Apparently, there's some controversy about that. Apparently, he kickstarted it and then I guess got a publisher to publish it for. Or no, he kickstarted Mighty No. 9, and then it turned out that he had actually been working with, I think, Capcom all along to do Mighty Gunvolt. And everyone's like, oh, well, wait, why did you have that money or something? So, because he had another platformer game in development called Mighty Gunvolt, which plays nothing like Mega Man.
Yeah, that's out, right? That's all.
Yeah, it's been out for a while. And that was published by Capcom. So everyone's like, wait, but you're working with a publisher already. Why did you need our money to crowdfund Mighty No. 9? And also, where's Mighty No. 9? You just released the
Okay, I'm getting confused here because isn't there something called Mighty Switch Force?
Mighty Switch Force is not related at all. It's
okay.
Way forward.
Okay.
But
okay, yeah, that's a good game.
It is. Mighty Gunvolt also had a. It had a 8-bit version of the game that came with it, which had Mighty No. 9 as a playable character. I think these names are confusing. So.
Yeah, just make a damn Mega Man game already.
And I should mention Hive Jump comes out early 2016 along with Kerbal Space Program. And Mighty No. 9 comes out February 16, 2016. then I guess
we got Lego Avengers
came out of nowhere because I guess they put out like 15 of those every year. So
like I don't keep up with those Lego games anymore because it's just cranked out there's one every month, and there's like 10 Avengers games I think. And like 10 Batman ones, even though that could have been a Justice League game, they put it all on Batman.
There's Lego Marvel, but not Lego Avengers. Lego Avengers is actually based off of the
Lego
movies.
Marvel. Okay, what?
There's Lego Marvel, which is based off the comic books. Because in Lego Marvel they have the Avengers in there, but they also have all of the Marvel characters that they don't actually have the film rights to.
I was done after that, after Lord of the Rings. Like, Lord of the Rings, I'm like, I'm not touching any more of those. I'm done. Because they rush them, and they're just...
Lego Lord of the Rings felt polished.
I thought that was rushed in terms of... The cinematics were butchered to hell and back.
I thought they were okay.
I thought it was lazy, because it was just...
There were some really cool visuals in it, actually. Like, Sauron, like, looming over the... You're like having this hallucination or something.
But like all the previous ones, and even I think ones after that didn't even have. They wouldn't use dialogue. They used dialogue in that. Yeah. And I thought it just didn't fit at all to me.
Yeah, I can.
And then they butchered the perfectly cinematic moments. Like the music was different. They changed it because I don't know if it had to do with rights to the songs.
Been a while since I played it. I'll have to play it again sometime.
It wasn't bad.
From what I recall, the music was spot on. I don't know.
No, I've seen those movies like 50 times.
That's true. You've seen the extended
4-hour-long
version of The Two Towers like 15 times.
Well, I mean, I go back and watch like the big moments like 10 times a day. So I know that they butchered some of it. And they had that one weird moment where the guys were like surrounded, the Rohirrim, they surrounded Aragorn, Gimli, and whatever, Legolas.
I don't know if I got that far.
And then there was a weird dancing.
Oh,
thing. It was like, what in the world's going on? Were they on crack?
Lego humor or something. So, anyways,
oh God!
After Lego Avengers, Project X Zone 2, which is a thing I didn't even know I didn't even know that existed. But I guess Phoenix Wright's in there now, along with a bunch of Fire Emblem characters.
You know about Project X Zone 1?
Project X Zone.
You know about that?
I knew about the original. I played the demo. Didn't really understand what was going on though. But
it's a fighting game. I'm just not into it.
Is it a fighting game? I thought it was a turn-based RPG. I had no idea what the hell it is.
No, it's a fighting game.
Oh, huh.
Or I don't know. I thought it was like turn-based, and then it was like a fighting game.
Tell what was going on in that. So, anyways,
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess Project X Zone is Project X Zone 2 is going to have Phoenix Wright and Fire Emblem characters, which is enough to pique my interest. So I'm gonna probably have to check that out. I know the original Project X Zone had Ulala from Space Channel 9, which thought was interesting. But moving on, then Terraria for Wii U and 3DS. You were telling me earlier you think that's like the perfect platform. 3DS.
Oh, I guess it is it says it's a tactical role-playing game.
Yeah,
Project X. I don't know. I guess I didn't play. I think I might have been thinking of something else. I don't know.
Now, Terraria on 3DS and by extension Wii U as well.
Yeah, Terraria.
Yeah.
I thought I loved Terraria on the PC. Like, I played this before Minecraft, but it is basically it's different than Minecraft. It's like 2D Minecraft kind of, and even Marcus Pearson or whatever.
Yeah.
The Minecraft creator. They said the whole team played Terraria and they just sat there and played it for hours and hours. And they loved it. So, and I'm like, this game would be perfect on 3DS or something. I'm like, I'd love to play this on mobile, and it's happened. So, that it's a good game, and I think it'll transition on mobile well. So
yeah. So after that, the big announcement of the whole Direct.
Cloud fucking Strife
in Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash Bros.
So,
I don't play Final Fantasy.
Yeah, same. I find it interesting that he's like the character that we would always joke about, like, oh, well, like somebody starts complaining about whatever character's not in the game, and we're always like, oh, well, this game sucks. Cloud Strife's not in it, and
Well,
now Cloud Strife's in it. So,
doesn't suck now.
Yeah, exciting
And
stuff.
my initial reaction, and I'm like trying to contain myself, even though I was like, why should I care if I don't fucking play Final Fantasy? But it's like, this kind of came out of nowhere, and it's one of the biggest gaming series of all time, and you've got a Final Fantasy character in there. That is huge, and I didn't see it coming, and I'm extremely happy about it, and I'm definitely happy for the people that wanted him in there, and all the Final Fantasy fans out there that wanted him in there. And I'm just like, this is insane. And I've watched a bunch of reaction videos, and people are just like, but you've heard one of them. They're just bouncing off the walls. It's like,
yeah,
get hype.
Yeah, and then after that, a Super Smash Brothers presentation sometime this December. So we're definitely going to be on top of that. I feel like we should watch it together live, and we should record ourselves watching it, like live stream that maybe, or something.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. I wanted to kind of live stream this, but I didn't. I don't know how exactly we're gonna do that.
Yeah, we'll figure something out eventually. But yeah, we got some. That was the very exciting Nintendo Direct. And that kind of wraps up all the content for the Nintendo Direct.
But yeah,
but you
Cloud being in there with Oh yeah, I want to talk about like some people's reaction. Like, I was like looking on Twitter, and like most people very excited. There's like some people are being really salty about it. Like, oh, you could have chose this.
Where's Goku?
Oh no, not that. Like they're like, oh well, it should be only Nintendo characters in this game, and it's like, why? Man,
that one Miiverse guy is going to be really pissed when he finds out that the Powerpuff Girls didn't get added. Some guy on Miiverse who, like, on every single pick of the day in the Smash Bros. Community, he would comment.
Not a video game.
He would comment. We need Powerpuff Girls and Johnny Bravo in Smash, and he would claim to be the creator of Powerpuff Girls, and it was really weird.
Yeah. But and these people, even some Final Fantasy fans were upset because it's like, oh, well, Final Fantasy VII's overrated, and Cloud is not a good character fit. He's never been on a Nintendo console ever, so why is he even in the game? I'm like, he's the most iconic character from that franchise. Why would you choose anybody else? Like, that doesn't make any sense. It's like choosing Tails instead of Sonic or some shit. Well, I mean, it's not that extreme, but Final Fantasy VII is the most famous Final Fantasy, and I don't care what anyone's opinion is of it. That is the most popular. And why would you choose?
And them's the facts.
Why would you choose anybody else? I don't understand the people that say, "Oh, he's not on the console ever."
I remember there was another guy on Miiverse who was so excited. He really, really wanted Boog and Elliot from the Sony Motion Pictures film Open Season to be in the game. I looked at this guy's, I think his username on Miiverse is Bomberman or something, and he would like
plugging him.
He had, definitely check him out. Give him a if you're on Miiverse. But
Open Season.
He's the biggest Open Season fan. He had like all the art, like his Miiverse profile was full of art showing like OTP pairing
of
like
opens
of a Boog going out with Pac-Man. Elliot's gonna Netflix and chill Shrek, and it's scary shit. He really his OTPs were Boog.
No, I think Shrek would be a fantastic fit for Smash.
It was Boog, that was like the giant bear. I think it was Boog and Shrek, and Elliot the deer.
I don't even know who
Pac-Man.
Boog is.
Boog was the bear in Open Season.
I didn't watch that movie because no one remembers. Like,
well, you know what? You're not alone because nobody watched that movie.
Nobody watched.
It's not a good movie, but
like Home on the Range, that movie. You remember that movie?
Oh God,
the 2D one with Roseanne Barr as the main character.
Was that the one with the talking horse?
The talking cows.
Oh God, no, no.
Those characters should be in there.
No, don't remind me of any of that shit. Just end the episode right here. We're done.
I don't remember it being horrible. It's just forgettable. Like,
but that's the thing about all those DreamWorks movies. They were all very forgettable Disney clones.
Well, was Open Season DreamWorks?
Well, no, that was Sony Pictures.
Well, the Sony ones are more forgettable.
Yeah, except for Ice Age, I guess. Like the first Ice Age, I guess.
And didn't they freaking butcher the Lorax? Or was that Fox?
Oh yeah, they did butcher the Lorax. They butchered all of their Dr. Seuss.
They butchered the Lorax. Like, spit in the face of the message of that freaking book.
Oh yeah.
Like that book was so against like marketing and corporatism kind of like crap, and they've got the Lorax everywhere on everything.
Oh yeah.
Advertising everything.
That it's new Lorax approved Lexus.
Like, are you serious?
That was some great marketing, guys.
I'm never watching that movie ever. I don't want to see it.
You don't want Zac Efron playing the
Wait, he was?
Zac Efron is the main character, and he not the Lorax, but the other the Grumbler. Is that what it was? I don't remember.
The Grumbler. I don't even want to know.
The main character, the guy that narrates the whole story, is like the guy you never see.
Oh, that guy.
And it was Zac Efron, and they show him. He's just like a regular dude wearing a fedora.
The character.
Sorry, a Tribbley. I don't know anymore, but
the only thing DreamWorks ever did was
they sing pop music. They wanted the fish in that movie. The minions. They wanted their own little minions, and
no.
Oh God, it's so horrible.
Well, DreamWorks has done what? Shrek is notable.
Shrek. They did Shrek. They also, I think, a lot of their movies are pretty notable.
Yeah, it wasn't. Didn't they do Megamind?
They did do Megamind, yes.
And who did the Despicable Me? Is that DreamWorks?
That is actually a different company. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, that is a different company.
I don't remember what they're called though. Image Entertainment, I think.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck we got on this topic.
Video games. So, we so anyway, Smash Direct coming in December. Everyone get excited. It's gonna be cool. Anyways, that's our show for today.
No. What's your overall thoughts?
Oh yeah, so my overall thoughts. I feel like I'm not disappointed, but I feel like I wasn't really surprised by stuff. It was mostly the Cloud Strife thing at the end that really surprised me.
Yeah, because all throughout that, I'm just like looking at the clock, and I'm like, oh crap, they haven't really announced anything. The time's running out. They gonna announce anything like ridiculous yet? I'm like, and then Reggie's like, we've got one more, and I'm like, holy shit, this is gonna be ridiculous.
Now, I want to point out, there was a rumor I was looking at earlier, and I'm going to pull it up here. This rumor, this guy managed to correctly predict the date of the Nintendo Direct. And
but he got some things wrong.
Yeah. So it ended up not actually being a real leak after all. It was fake. But I'm looking at it right now. So the rumor, he got the date correct, but then he said Smash ballot results, 6 characters, 3 available immediately after the Direct. That didn't happen. More Wii Shop titles and Virtual Console games announced with discounts leading up to Christmas. That didn't really happen. Twilight Princess HD is announced and will release in February as part of the 30th anniversary.
Well, that's an easy one to predict. Everyone knew that was coming. Zelda
Wii U gets an official title, but no gameplay is shown. That didn't happen. Pikmin 4 is announced and will release sometime spring 2016. Didn't happen. No. Star Fox Zero gets a new trailer and releases on February 26th. I believe
that's easy.
Well, it got a new trailer, but it's not coming out February 26th.
No.
It's coming out April 22nd.
Yeah, it just made shit up. F-Zero X.
Xenoblade Chronicles X trailer and demo after the direct with preload. So there was a preload thing available afterwards, but no demo. Details on Nintendo account, Miitomo, and My Nintendo, none of that. Details on Super Mario Maker DLC, none of that. Fire Emblem Fates trailer and release date of March 25th. I don't think that was correct. Do you have a trailer for Fire Emblem? I don't have it written down on here.
Oh, this guy's wrong across the board almost. So.
Let's see, what else was he claiming? Mario and Luigi Paper Jam trailer and release date. That happened. That's easy to predict.
It's like easy, like
Hyrule Warriors Legends trailer and release date of April 22nd. Now, I know Star Fox is announced for April 22nd. I don't think Hyrule Warriors Legends had a release date.
Oh, like who is this guy? Like, is he
some
relevant?
random person on
okay, then just why are you reading it? Wait, was this the guy that of Zero X?
They said
and Sunshine.
There was somewhere on here. I could have sworn it said.
You said someone was actually legit that had gotten like everything correct.
Well, I thought it was this leak here.
You're reading the wrong one.
Maybe
because that guy is that because you were telling me it was Sunshine HD.
Yeah, someone else.
And F-Zero X HD.
Someone else, I guess, was saying that there was going to be F-Zero X in 3D on the 3DS. And Super Mario Sunshine HD on Wii U. And I guess neither of those things happened.
Okay, another rumor that is probably legit.
Mm-hmm.
PEGI, the European rating system board, recently put in that their whatever they do, like in their system registry.
Yeah.
Minecraft for Wii U is probably going to happen.
Ooh.
And I think it is going to happen because it'd make perfect sense.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I just wonder how it's going to run.
There's already like a ton of Minecraft clones on the Wii U. So.
It's perfect. And that's going to be fantastic. So
I feel like that's a great platform for Minecraft. So.
It's perfect because the touchscreen. I can't think of a better platform rather than PC for Minecraft. So
yeah, I feel like the Wii U is a great platform for Minecraft, especially with the second screen. You can do local multiplayer that way really easily.
Well, yeah, you can select stuff easier.
Mm-hmm.
You can you have your whole items list down there. You don't have to scroll through crap like
single player. Yeah,
that's what I was talking about. That's why I think it's a better fit than
that is true.
Anything else. Even the PC, it's even easier to use the Wii U. I mean, except for a mouse is always going to be better. Always more precise with a mouse. Mm-hmm. There's no question about it. But with so.
Well, I think that just about wraps up our episode for tonight. Thanks for listening, guys, and be sure to follow us on Twitter.
This is the longest episode.
Yes,
we've done.
Episode. But hey, we had a lot.
And we didn't even get. This is just the Nintendo Direct stuff.
Oh yeah,
much.
Yeah.
I mean, we went off topic, but
yeah, we follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and love us on SoundCloud.
And
that's what
subscribe on Twitch.
Yes, also on Twitch now. So. I might be doing some Fallout 4 stuff. It would be spoilerific though, so definitely.
I don't think I don't think it's gonna matter to people that are actually looking for it.
That's true. It's true.
They don't care.
But I also, like I said earlier, we want to do some maybe like Star Fox 2. Definitely.
I almost want to stream the original
Star Fox.
Fallout.
Oh, Fallout. Yeah. Could do that too, yeah. That sounds like it'd be fun. I have it, so we can definitely.
And the last stream didn't go so well. We were gonna stream Diablo.
We were gonna stream Diablo for Spookfest, and it just did not.
It was only gonna work on my desktop, and yeah, that was the only way. I still want to do that though. I so want to do that. So I don't know when, because Halloween's over, but that doesn't mean we can't do it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I don't want to wait a year, so.
Well, like I said, that wraps up our episode for tonight. So thanks for listening, everyone. See ya.
See ya.